first of all, I want to know from you both if you have forgiven me for including that spoiler in the cover story.
For us, it's water under the bridge, you know. But you have to talk to Netflix because I don't know.
It was an accident. It was an accident, and I included a spoiler about Simon's having a bit of a fling with someone else.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I remember that something happened, but I don't remember what exactly. So it's fine. All good.
Thank you. The fans they've got PTSD. The fans. Okay, so season 3, final season. How does it feel to be saying goodbye to these characters that have been such a big part of your lives for so long?
Well, it's bittersweet for sure. It's part of me feels very like sentimental over the fact that we're actually saying goodbye and like shooting the last scenes were very tearful and emotional. But on the other hand, it's such a privilege to know like this is the last season and we're leaving these characters individually on a note that is filled with like hope and like we can trust them to continue on the path that they're on and be safe.
And we're very excited to just celebrate the last season.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Our last premiere, and just we're so excited to let the world see this last season and take, and enjoy it and to let us know like what everyone thinks about it and everything. So we're just very excited. Yeah. But also, like you said, a little bittersweet, but also, everything that is great has to end someday.
Exactly.
So
we shouldn't cry because it's over. We should smile because it happened.
Exactly.
That's the headline right there.
Gorgeous headline. Gorgeous. Yeah. I've got my headline.
Perfect.
In season 2, Wilmon, they had their issues, didn't they? They were separate for most of the time. But now it feels like we are in, and to quote the fans, Wilmon Endgame.
Yep.
Are you prepared for how thrilled fans are going to be to see them stronger than ever? Because they're going to go crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be fun. Like, I think we're starting this season on a note of like, it's so much passion. Like, it's like they know, like, okay, we've chosen each other. Let's go. And then they face all of these issues, and then they have to deal with them. And that's like the substance of the story this season. I think like that's the dilemma. Are they going to be able to? Is their choice and their love sufficient for them to go on, or will they not?
We're also very excited to see everyone's reactions after the 5th episode. Yeah. So like the cliffhanger for a week. We think that week is gonna be fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it, but I've learnt my lesson now, and I'm not gonna say anything about spoilers. I'm not gonna say anything. How would you describe the journey of each of your characters this season?
Well, I think for Wilhelm, he starts in a place where like in episode 1, he has this look into the camera that is basically, to me, it's like it's him just saying like, I need to get out of here. I need to be with Simon, because that's what he's chosen. Like, he's very determined to be with Simon. And when they meet up in school for the first time, he's like taking initiative into like being open about their love. And then he goes on this journey to like slowly but steadily realizing what the system that he's raised in actually is and what it does to him and his life. And he grows a lot during this season. I thought he grew. I thought he grew a lot during season 2, but this season is like he's actually taking concrete steps towards growing up, and he's making decisions and setting healthy boundaries towards people close to him, and that's gonna it's good for him. I think we really like end on a note with Wilhelm that is hopeful and like we can trust him to be safe.
Yeah, and Simon, he is in love with Ville. He really want to be with Ville, but is he willing to give up himself and lose himself just to be with him or not? That's kind of like his little journey. Even his best friends tells him like in the middle of the season, like, we're so scared for you to, delete yourself. Yeah. Like, you still have to exist and be Simon, even though you are with Ville. And Simon deletes all of his pictures and literally deletes himself from social media and from everywhere just to be with Ville, but then realizes that just everything is just so messed up, and like he sees Ville hurting and his family's hurting, and that is making Simon hurt as well, and Simon's family as well. And then he kind of gets to the point where like we cannot be together because we're both hurting and we have to heal. And so that's like what Simon is basically going through.
What are you gonna miss most about your characters?
I think like, you know what, the reason why it's hard to answer is I think is because like we've been so focused on like, also like, again, knowing that this third season is the last, we've been so focused on like making sure that there's nothing that we need to tell that we haven't told. Like everything that needs to be said, it needs to be shown regarding these characters and the stuff that they go through is visualized now during the course of these 3 seasons. And but I'm just gonna miss him, I guess. Just like, I mean, but it's more of like the process of it of the whole thing, like being together with the rest of the cast and with our brilliant directors that we work with, and Lisa, and just like that process of like going to work and putting on his costume and being in that sphere of him
and that little bubble.
Exactly. That's probably what I think both of us are going to miss the most.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. I can't wait to watch the final episode.
Thank you.